I'm Robin with Oxy-Dry, and as you can see, I'm doing a basement area. This carpet is about 4 years old. This is the first cleaning, and we've got a major issue going over in this corner. They have a large dog, probably a 60 or 80 pound kind of a sheepdoggy kind of a guy, and I guess he likes to lay down over here. Now I did already give it a spray with Suspend when I was pre-vacuuming. I'm just adding a little bit more there, and we're just gonna work it in a little bit. You can see this is not looking too good over here. And this is a polyester, and of course one of the characteristics of polyester is that it will absorb oil. So it has that problem, I guess we can say. So I do expect it to be probably a bit of a challenge. We'll see. Got the hallway here to do, and steps, and there's an area rug upstairs, but it's also, although only 4 years old, it's showing a pretty significant amount of wear. Oh, and one thing I'm going to do, I almost forgot, is I'm just going to go behind the couches and then groom and put them back. Now there was a really obvious yellowish stain over here, which is almost entirely faded away now. I just put the Suspend on there with the ClO2, so obviously that must have worked. So that's we're going to use an Iron Man pad today. And we kind of go over to the corner behind me here as well. And then we'll put that amplifier back on the corner. And then I'll scoot down here. Obviously this has never seen the light of day, so it's rather pristine looking. Alright, and then we'll go over here. Oh, I can see some more of it over there. Interesting. lamp over, which is where it was sitting, right over here. Now, one thing I should point out, oh, I don't know if did I say this already? I'm cleaning with NanoMAAX, but I increased it to 3 ounces per gallon, and I boosted with radical rinse about 1 ounce per gallon. And what I do is when I get to the job and I decide I'm going to use the radical rinse, it's a powder, I will mix up what I think I'm going to need prior to actually doing the vacuuming, the pre-vacuuming. You know, mix it up in a bucket or whatever, and with hot water, and I'll let it sit and dissolve. And while I do the vacuuming, it's all dissolving and everything. And then, by the time I actually get to where I'm going to use it, it'll have sat there for, well, usually half an hour maybe. And it's all dissolved. There's no undissolved parts of it. I might as well go back to where I began. So anyway, that's what I do. And I decided to use the nice amp, by the way. I decided to use the radical rinse because it has citrus plus peroxide in it, and that's what when I come across a job like this, that would be my preferred way to boost, as it were. So I'm not really actually raising pH or anything. It's just I've got the additional citrus plus peroxide, and I find that usually actually it works fine. Yeah, we're looking good. But this isn't the area that's dirty. This is the easy part. Now this was plugged in here, so I'll plug it back in. Oh, that's the coating coming off of there. And we'll park this over here too. Okay. All right, so we're gonna switch over to the hogs here because we need scrubbing. I'll park it over there. Okay. Now, oops. Hang on a minute. There. I think that's better, isn't it? There we go. So, now this is actually a brand new hogs here. So when they're first used, they're at their most aggressive. I have various ones in the van in various stages of use, some near the end of their life, some like this, never used. And I will choose, usually I'm going to choose one that I think is the appropriate one for the job. But anyway, take a look at that. Can you see the difference immediately? Now the hogs here just works fantastic at cutting through the grease, the oils here. It really does work well on the polyester, I find. And look at that, eh? That is just phenomenal. Now there's a lot of wear over here. You can see the pile distortion is dramatic. I guess the dog, often when the dogs lay down, they sort of do the circly, scratchy thing on the carpet. So I guess that's what that dog's been doing. But that's what they do. I can feel it dragging a little bit more than usual because this is a brand new fiber pad. But once I've used it a few times, then it is less aggressive. But right now, this is what I wanted to use, and we're gonna obviously focus the use of it onto the high traffic areas. I want to move it back here, come into the room. This doorway is pretty bad, actually. So what I did is I purposefully started over there because although I pre-treated it and then I worked it in with the rug roamer, my brush. Now I went over that area first with the hog's hair pad and applied the cleaning solution. And now I'm going to go over the rest of the room, and then I'll end up going back over there again in a minute. That way it gets a little extra attention. You know what? I think I'm getting a doggy smell in here. Now the there we go. We're going to turn that on. The Radical Rinse does have a deodorizer in it as well. I think it does anyway. But it has a nice orangey kind of a smell. But now I'm putting Ozone into the air. I can smell it already. It smells nice and fresh. Okay, we'll go down the hall. And for those of you who don't know, have been watching my channel all that long, the ozone generator you see on my machine, years ago, that was what I used to do. Is I used to pump ozone into the cleaning solution as I cleaned, creating aqueous ozone. It'll bond temporarily with the water, and it gives it an increased cleaning ability and deodorizing and sanitizing effect and everything. But then when I discovered ClO2, quite a number of years ago now, more than 5 years ago, basically ClO2 does the same thing, only a little more, but actually it works better. So I changed over from the ozone boost, which is a form of oxygen, to the chlorine, to the stabilized chlorine dioxide, which is also an oxygen, a type of oxygen. It's just a different form, and I can increase and decrease the amount. Whereas with the ozone, I had a limit, a pretty low limit actually, that I could get to bond with the water. So anyway, that's where we began almost 30 years ago now. And that's why it's called Oxy-Dry, my business, because Oxy is short for oxygen. So I was doing that, and I was doing that before Oxy-Clean came on the scene. I was the original Oxy, actually. And that's a pretty cool little ozone generator. It's actually all solid state. Doesn't have the UV system lights. The original ones were like that with UV, and then they had the ones with the plates. This is a different, it's really quite a different way of doing it. Apparently it's got, there's the UV ones, the ones with the plates, then there's ones that have like a ceramic. I've had those, and then this one uses I believe it's a stainless steel tube in there, and then I think it's surrounded by a shield of mica or something like that. I'm not sure. It basically, what it's doing is it's actually creating and it's high voltage, so it creates basically it's a spark in between the two surfaces, I believe is how it works, and then that splits the oxygen molecule off and pumps it into the air. Very simple and compact. And for what I'm using it for now, it works great because I'm getting ozone into the air, but I'm not getting that much. But you can smell it. I mean, I can smell it immediately. And it just does have a nice fresh smell. So we're going to work our way over to the over to where the doggy has been doing his thing, and we'll go over that a little bit more. You can see actually it's on the wall there. So it's had a chance to sit there, and I'll just go nice and slow. 360 degree cleaning passes per second. Plenty of energy, I guess you could say, being translated into the carpet. And in my experience of doing this over the decades, I find that this is the most effective way of dealing with this, rather than using any of my OP machines. This just works better. The fiber pad, the hogs hair fiber pad, it really is, under the rotary, works fantastic. Okay, I think I did as much harm as I could. No, you know what? Let's do one more. And actually, what I'm going to do We'll stop right there for a sec. And there's two bristles on this. This is a softer one, this is a harder one. Normally I use the softer one, but yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. Okay, we'll park that over here. Of course, I'm not needing to add any more solution. I'm got plenty on there now, so. So we'll just do a quick turnaround, and I want to just go in front of the step there. All right. Yeah, there's a fair amount of doggy hair here, although not that much. I did vacuum, by the way, with my Kirby very carefully. Oh. Right over here. Okay. Alrighty. I anticipate going over the carpet a few times here to try to draw up as much of that oil as I can. Now most of it is already emulsified, held in suspension in the emulsifier, which is from the tank, but now the absorbent cotton is going to be drawing that emulsified soil up and into the pad, which is a cotton pad. 4 years is a pretty long time for them to go without cleaning the carpet, especially with the big dog. But anyway, at least they're doing it now. I think I'll make sure I go over here and then move that chair. Looks like the yellow stain is gone. The steps are actually really badly worn, especially the top part. This is a split level entry, so yeah, the top flight, the top 5 or 6 are really beat down. Yeah. I will be post grooming this carpet with the Kirby, and I used the Kirby because this is a really plush carpet, and the Hoover is much harder to push on this type of carpet, so the Kirby was the vacuum of choice. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. Yeah, that's pretty grubby. And notice how it's grubby from right across. In that sort of that, where you see that sort of almost looks like it's darker, that's actually just because that the pad driver's not pressing down right there, because it doesn't extend to the edge of the pad, so it's not like getting more soil on the outer edge. It's evenly soiled across. So I'm getting full use out of the pad actually. Now that's looking better. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. Now one of the things I was going to do is along that edge. Actually, that looks pretty good. Yeah, not bad. So let's go over at least the high traffic areas here. With the B side, and then we'll take a look and see how we're doing. We're pulling a lot of oil out of this carpet. Alrighty. I probably don't need to do the B side over in this area, but I'm gonna. One of the reasons why the extra dry pad, or the B side at least, is I'm wanting to accelerate the drying on this carpet, because I did probably get a little bit wetter than I normally would. And polyester tends to hold the moisture more so than like a nylon would. We'll turn that off now. I think pretty much almost done. I will see. Let's have a look at the B side. And yeah, that's pretty grippy still. So we'll do this again. I'm assuming it's coming out of, mostly out of over here. That's a reasonable guess. Hmm. Okay, we're going to head over this way. And then we'll get at the bottom of the steps there. And I'm going to give it a bit of a scrub here, I think. Oh yeah. Now we're, oh yeah, looking good. And you know, the thing to remember is that when you're cleaning the carpet with this method, soil extraction transfer technology, the way the carpet looks when you're done, it will actually improve over that when it fully dries within a day or so. It just seems to be like the next day when you go look at it, it'll always look better. So I'm just gonna do a quick over here one more time with this side of the second pad. And we'll take a look at it. Oh, actually, I couldn't remember. I actually got an area rug upstairs to do yet. Oh my goodness, looky at that. All right. Oily. That's what we're seeing. We'll do it again. Okay, we'll go over to the bottom of the steps again. Well, it's getting later. Yeah, that's why I brought extra pads in, because when I saw this I knew that there was going to be a lot of oil coming out of this area here. Now the nice thing about it is if I were to use steam clean this, it would probably look pretty darn good, but most of the oils and soils, because of the way it works, pressure washing into the fiber, it would have ended up pushing it into the backing. Whereas what I'm actually doing now is I'm able to clean this, pulling it up and out of the carpet fiber, but not drive anything into the back of the carpet. Spending a lot of time just on this oil, but it's working. You're almost like working your way through it layer by layer. Let's have a look. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, that's wet, but not so much oily on there. So I'll just run over at this side, and I think we'll be done. Okay, might as well just go right over here. Okay, we'll take a look at the pad. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'll let you go. So thanks for watching and have a good day.